Dozens of people were killed Sunday morning when pro-Russian gunmen opposed to the Kiev government shot down an airplane filled with military personnel. Greg Butterfield, a political analyst with the International Action Center, says people in East Ukraine see this not as terrorism, but as an act of self-defense.
They're defending against this horrible onslaught against the civilian population in the Donbass by the Kiev junta. Just over this past weekend, 100 people were reported killed in Lugansk.
Butterfield points out that little evidence has been supplied that Russia had anything to do with the incident, and that many on the plane were violent extremists.
The only military forces that Kiev is able to rely on with any certainty are these Nazi gangs in the National Guard. And we know exactly what they were going to do. They were going to continue the aggressive acts they've been carrying out, bombing Slavyansk, bombing orphanages, hospitals, and schools.
Polls taken in the United States show that the public is overwhelmingly opposed to an escalating confrontation with Russia. Despite the unpopularity of such action, U.S. leaders are pushing for new sanctions against Russia in response to the downing of the aircraft. Bill Doors of the International League of People's Struggles says the U.S. often imposes unilateral sanctions in violation of international law.
Over the years, the United States has imposed sanctions on many countries, and it was never justified. It was always on false pretexts, and it's always been not flowing from the alleged sins of the country targeted, but from the needs of U.S. corporations.
Various world leaders warn that sanctions against Russia could have disastrous economic consequences and will hurt the credibility of the United States in international relations. The Russian Federation is currently pushing for a UN Security Council resolution calling for a ceasefire in East Ukraine. Caleb Maupin, Press TV, New York.